live life like that, money, sex, weed. You wanna live like that, money, sex, weed. Some live life like that, money, sex, weed. You wanna live like lavish, money, sex, weed. I want a lot of shit. Versace, that Gucci, that Prada shit. Okay. And if it's too much, putting everything in the closet shit.
I'm caught up in the sickness. I robbed my adversaries, but slipped and left no witness. Wonder if they'll catch me or will this nigga snitch? Should I shoot his bitch or make the nigga rich? Don't wanna commit murder, but then they got me trapped. Walking while I'm walking and talking behind my back. I'm kinda schizophrenic. I'm in this shit to win it, cause life's a wheel of fortune. It's my chance to spin it. Got no time for cops who trip and try to catch me. Too fucking trigger happy to let them suckers snatch me. Niggas getting jealous, trying to find my stash. Whip out the 9, now I'm a dime off your ass. Peter picked the pepper, but I could pick a pump. Snatch him like a bitch and threw him in the trunk. The punk thought I was bluffing, but swear I'm nothing nice. Before I take your life, first wrestle with these mics, I listen to the scream.
King Infamous TV. Y'all already know who y'all rockin' with. It's me, King Infamous. Salute to all y'all kings and queens out there. If you new to this channel, please be sure to hit that subscribe button, like the content, share the content, get in the comments. Let me know what you think. Salute. So y'all see the title on this one. Did CMG set up Young Dolph? PRE. This is one of those documentaries, so you might as well get your popcorn and, you know, get your swishers, get your backwoods, whatever. Sip on some water, you know, because this is about to be a good one. Everything in this video that I'm about to show you is all alleged. Well, in my opinion, is all facts. So I'ma just come out and say it. Oh yeah, as well as everything in this video. Salute to all the people who've been working on this case, the Young Dolph case, because this is definitely, the whole time it's a high-profile murder. So Makita's Cookies, in my opinion, Makita's Cookies is a part of the assassination of Young Dolph. I think a lot of people are involved in this case because you gotta look at the facts of what happened, you know, when Dolph got assassinated, and look at what's been transpiring after the facts, you know? Especially with CMG. And the reason why I think CMG is pretty much behind all of this is because, in my opinion, Gotti wanted to be, you know, the king of Memphis, right? Whole time, Young Dolph was born in Chicago. He, you know, pretty much went to the South, you know, went to Memphis, and, you know, he's definitely a young he was a young entrepreneur, you know, a young brother growing up in the hood, you know, and, you know, hustling, doing what he needed to do to survive, to take care of his family, you know. And then he got into the rap industry, which he was definitely, as we all know, he had a distribution deal with Empire, and, you know, he pretty much was an independent artist. And I think a lot of people from Memphis gained hatred of that, especially Young Dolph claiming to be the king of Memphis. I mean, if you look at the track record, Young Dolph has done a lot for the streets of Memphis and for his family. So he was definitely loved by the streets and of course his family. But we gotta look at the bigger picture here. We know that, in my opinion, allegedly that the industry is, evil. So, in my opinion, Young Dolph knew that the industry was evil. That's why he, we can see him throwing up, the pyramids or whatever, but we're not gonna go too in depth about the industry and his ties because we know that he was independent. And when you independent, you basically make all your money, so you don't have any strings of puppets. And so, in my opinion, Gotti hated that. So he sent some shooters at, Young Dolph, in my opinion. And that's why, Young Dolph came out with that 100 shot song.
When it fell out the plug, came back and told my nigga it's up.
Whole time, Gotti and Young Dolph had smoke. So we're not gonna act like CMG and PRE was not beefing.
You ain't put in no work. Nah, you a hoe on the low.
Act like the whole time they was beefing over who is the king of Memphis. So make sure y'all smash that like button. Please get in the comments. Do y'all think that Gotti set up Young Dolph to be killed to take that title, to be entitled to call himself the king of Memphis? Either way it go, Young Dolph will always be the king of Memphis. And that's what the streets know. So, in my opinion, Gotti could always say that he the king of Memphis, but the streets know. So let me know what y'all think. Salute to, like I said, salute to everybody that's been working on, this case. People like Onan over there, Onan TV. Make sure y'all go subscribe to his channel. There's a lot of other people that, out here, putting the work in for Young Dolph. But I see majority of the work coming from, Onan TV. But salute to all the other vloggers that's, doing their due diligence as well. So without further ado, I'm just gonna dissect this case. As the Tube Don like to say, cut and surgically remove organs. Salute to the Tube Don as well, because he's definitely doing his due diligence. Salute, King. So now that my Gitsu blade is sharpened, it's time to cut it, like the DJ, you know what I'm saying? Makita's Cookies, Maurice Hill, Raven's stories have changed so many times. I seen the interview, and we definitely gonna, y'all gonna, I'm gonna drop the gem, but I find it kind of funny how you say that you wasn't there when it all happened and that Maurice, your father, wasn't there. And I'm speaking to Raven, but whole time, how was you in your uniform? But you said that you wasn't there. All right, cool, right? But if you wasn't there, how come your stories changed? like right here.
Okay, I was not there, so I do not know exactly how this whole situation went. I don't know. I can just only go by what my employees tell me when I ask them what happened.
See, y'all see how her story just changes. Like, you know, like, once a liar, always a liar. Like, this, to me, you know, this audio is definitely, you know, like, I think this is all staged, in my opinion. Like, she's been paid, in my opinion, to do this. You know, that's why they got the promotion on the cookies, them nasty ass cookies, yo. Don't think that, you know, a regular bakery will just blow up out of nowhere, especially after a high-profile rapper gets killed. How all of a sudden you doing GoFundMe? Like, shouldn't the GoFundMe be going to, shouldn't the money be going to young Dolph's children? That's just my opinion. They raised the GoFundMe. Anywho, that's here nor there. But listen, so she said that at first she wasn't there, but she's clearly on the scene, like right here. She's clearly on the scene, and Maurice, you know, he's like just messing up all the evidence. He's, in my opinion, mopping up blood, you know, in this video. Like, this is demonic, in my opinion. This is some satanic ritual, evil shit right here, man. And I'm not gonna even sugarcoat it whole time. I'm gonna keep it $150, man. Like, this is crazy. Let me know what y'all think. Do y'all think that Mr. Hill may have, you know, pulled the trigger? Because they say that, you know, it all happened outside. Let's roll the footage. Let me roll the audio then. So if it happened outside, where's the bullets? Where's the shells? Where's the shell trajectories? Where's the shell casings? Where's the, you know, the little 1, 2, 3, the little yellow tabs that they put down when all the bullets supposedly, like, if y'all can't see that this is like staged, or like if this is just like, come on, people, we gotta open our eyes. We gotta open our eyes. Like, you can't just be blind and not see the play on this. In my opinion, like I said, listen, and this is, like I said, this is just speculation, but at the same time, like, even though y'all want to call these allegations or whatever, but it's all in plain sight. It's all in front of your face. She's saying that it happened inside, but the whole time the news is saying and showing that it happened on the outside. So what do you believe? Do you believe her, or do you believe your own eyes? Let me know what y'all think in the comments. Should Makita's cookies be shut down? Like, should they be going to jail too? In my opinion, I think so. And I think Mr. Hill killed Dolph. Because wasn't he, whole time when he saying, hold on, stay with me, Dolph? So if you wasn't there, why are you saying stay with me? This all don't add up. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. Long live Dolph and all the other fallen soldiers, man. All the other black fallen kings, man. It's crazy, man. Peace and love to all y'all kings and queens out there. Listen, man, if you're new to the channel, please be sure to subscribe to the channel. Like, comment. Let me know what y'all think, man. Long live young Dolph. Without further ado, Let's get it.
Okay, the cook. Get inside. Come back around there. What you got? Chocolate chip. Don't hot.
Straight out the oven.
Just for you. Appreciate you, baby. Be safe. Okay, the cook. Get inside. Come back around there. What you got? Chocolate chip. Don't hot.
Straight out the oven.
Just for you. Appreciate you, baby. Be safe.
Okay, I was not there, so I do not know exactly how this whole situation went. I don't know. I can just only go by what my employees tell me when I ask them what happened. And we're not going to ask them too many times because the person that actually was ringing this gentleman up at the time, she's traumatized by all this stuff. So we can't keep going over and over. She had already go downtown and get interviewed.
Okay. The woman who went downtown and got interviewed multiple times, was she able to tell them who was Dolph in the store with? Did he walk in with somebody?
Yeah, she was able to tell them everything, but the police didn't come back and tell us what she said. I mean, that's how detective work goes, people. When they put you in an interrogation room, they're not going to tell you everything that was said. That's not how that goes. That is not it.
Is it a way to get out through that door? Is it a way to get out the restaurant through that door?
No, not well, all the way back in the kitchen. We got a back door in the kitchen.
Okay, but if somebody went through that door, they don't have to necessarily come back out the front no more.
No, they do not. If they go on the back door, but again, you have to think about it. We got cameras back there. We got cameras in the kitchen.
Okay.
We got cameras in the kitchen. We got cameras in the front, and we got cameras outside. So if anybody magically came through that back door or out that back door, I promise you, the police would have caught it. They would have caught it, and we would be in a lot of trouble right now.
So, when it comes to that camera footage, did y'all get a chance to look at this kid? Did your father?
Dad.
Okay. Did you and your father talk about what he's seen on this footage?
He never wants to talk about it again because it's traumatizing to see a man take his last breath. He does not want that image in his head.
Again, because it's traumatizing to see a man take his last
breath. He did. We talked about it one time, just one time, and that was the day of. And he said, man, and you know, you can tell by the pain in his eyes. Nobody wants to remember somebody taking their last breath like that or falling. Like, nobody wants to remember what they saw. He had to rewind that footage over and over and over for the cops that whole night. They were in the interrogation all night.
Yeah, the detectives going in there, still working the kids. Watch this man still going in there working the kids with this shit in his hand. Watch him.
Look at an NPD officer, perhaps an investigative investigation truck there, who is maybe bringing out a box, continuing to gather evidence on the scene.
Continuing to gather evidence on the scene, but they got a motherfucker in there mopping up the goddamn floor that ain't even been on the crime scene. The nigga ain't even been there when the shit happened. How is he allowed to even come into that crime scene? That is not your store anymore until the fucking police are finished doing what they got to do. Y'all look at this shit.
This is one that they have to get right. Memphis police, sometimes they get criticized, but I can tell.
Sometimes they get criticized. These bitches done botched the whole fucking crime scene.
I have been here for several.
Look at they just leaving him in there by himself. Look at him. He watching the police. He got his hands behind his back. He in there peeping. Got his head around the corner. He looking at the police. Let me see what these niggas got to do so I can go grab this mop and get some more of this goddamn shit off this floor. Look at him.
For hours, and my hat is off.
He touching the door with his bare fucking hands. He just touching the door with his bare hands. The doors ain't even fingerprinted yet. They ain't even fingerprint no door. They ain't did none of that shit. He touching the door with his hand. I mean, look at it just fucking up the crime scene. You got one man pointing straight up, showing you bullet holes in the top of the goddamn Makita sign. You see the man, the police officer right here, pointing to y'all saying, look, they done shot up to the top of the goddamn bullet, to the top of the Makitas. Look, the police showing you them niggas shot. They had a nigga on that roof, man. Them niggas had a nigga on the top of Makita's roof. They had to. there was a shooter on this goddamn roof. Had to been. Because there ain't no way them niggas put a bullet all the way up there in the goddamn roof and they been shooting down low. Them niggas came with the guns on the ground. So how did this happen like this? How did this happen?
Wanting to, in a way, pay their respects, but it was almost like they weren't quite at the point of paying respects just yet. They were here to see whether this was real. It's almost as if a family member, you got a call from someone that a family member had died. That's who young Dolph was to so many people out here. Again, folks, you see someone consoling another person there right at the entrance. I can tell you that shirt that the lady has on with the mask, Bentley, if you go just to the right of the cops there, that's a shirt that I've seen of some staff members here at Makita's Homemade Butter Cookies. As I mentioned, there is no telling what they saw. And if you look at it just from the perspective of someone who works inside this establishment, you know, you have seen this person who is so close to them, who they feel like is family, young Dolph, come in. They probably feel a different type connection to him because he's a person who, even though he got big in stature, big in accomplishments, big in his career, he would come back to this establishment and partake of those cookies that he loved so much. And, you know, it probably wasn't, it probably somewhat was the cookies, but also whenever you're a notable person and you're seen in an establishment like this, it gives you a whole new exposure. And don't think that he wasn't aware of that. You know, even news people, people who are any people that have light on them. You go into an establishment and that gives that establishment some credibility. You can believe that he knew his stature as a person in this community. As we move into the 6 o'clock hour, we're going to try to get even closer here to Makita's Homemade Butter Cookies. Again, we do not have confirmed just yet whether this happened inside or outside, but you can see there, I can't tell exactly what that staff member is doing, but it appears that they are cleaning up, perhaps taking some measurements. That glass there might be shattered. Yes, that's a measuring tape that the employee there has in his hand. There's a chance, and I don't have my glasses on, I can't tell, but there's a chance that glass may be shattered. Ben, you're zooming in there. Yes, he's saying that the glass there is shattered. Oh my goodness, you can see it there, a big, huge hole in that glass there. Folks, just there, just to the left of your screen there, that window. We're assuming perhaps that the place was shot up. I can see that employee moving to the left side. Benton, are you showing that to the left side? Let's zoom out a little bit to give him some kind of reference there. Yeah, you see that employee there with the measuring tape in his hand. Appears that he is taking measurements there on the other window. Let's move down a little bit, Benton. I don't want to get put out of this place because we're moving closer and closer. But I'm going to try to get you a shot of the other side. Benton, if we move down just a little bit further here. Yes, it appears that window over there, folks, also was shot out. So you have one window in the front, a huge hole in that window. Some of the glass there still in place, but there is a huge hole, probably what, 2 feet in diameter, would you say, Benton? About 2 feet in diameter in the front glass there, and appears that the glass to the left of that also is broken. And then there is another glass, if you were walking down the sidewalk, the pathway there in front of the restaurant, and you were to make a right, it appears that that glass is also broken. If we zoom out a little bit, then we see Memphis police officers, presumably investigators, taking even more equipment into Makita's Homemade Butter Cookies here, probably gathering even more evidence. You got to think about it. If this happened, around 12:30, here we sit some 5 or 6 hours later, and police are still on the scene here, gathering evidence. We've seen some movement inside of the establishment. You know, just taking a wild guess, it appears that this may have happened inside. I don't have that confirmed from police just yet, But just looking at what I'm seeing and having covered several scenes over the years, it appears that what happened inside. Again, we don't have that confirmed. And the reason why I say that is normally, if it happened outside, you would see several bullet casing markers, those yellow markers that you see on the street. They have the numbers on them. You would see several of those marking where maybe some shell casings have fallen. But that is not what we're seeing here. Most of the efforts, as I can tell, just looking at what you're seeing right there on live television, most of the efforts have taken place inside this bakery on behalf of police. So, just to recap, around 12:30, rapper Young Dolph, known and loved by so many, was gunned down at this establishment that he frequented. I am hearing that he had a residence in Chicago, but he was here visiting, as so many people who grow up in the city of Memphis. I can tell you, I grew up here. I've been gone for about 10 years, and the first thing you want to do is you want to taste those foods that you grew up on. I have frequented several barbecue places, and no doubt this is one that he had a liking for. Not only did he have a liking for, but he wanted to support. So just a young life, just 36 years old, lost. We are hearing talk of retaliation, folks. We certainly hope that that is not the case, but we give you that information, if not at all, for the case of stay off the streets of Memphis today. Let police do their job. Of course, we're going to be on the scene here, and we will have more for you coming up.
Live life like that, like money, sex, weed. You want to live like that, money, sex, weed. Some live life like that, money, sex, weed. Wanna live like lavish, get your money, sex, weed. I want a lot of shit, Versace, that Gucci, that Prada shit, okay? And if it's too much, putting everything in the closet.
I'm caught up in the sickness, I rock my adversaries, but something left the witness. Wonder if they'll catch me, or will this nigga snitch? Should I shoot this bitch, or make the nigga rich? Don't wanna commit murder, but then they got me trapped, walking while I'm walking, and talking behind my back. I'm kinda schizophrenic, I'm in this shit to win it, cause life's a wheel of fortune, it's my chance to spin it. Got no time for cops who trip and try to catch me, too fucking trigger happy to let them suckers snatch me. Niggas getting jealous, trying to find my stash. What about the 9? Now I'm a dime off your ass. Be the big pepper, but I can pick up pump, stash him like a bitch and do him in the trunk. The punk thought I was bluffing, but scram nothing nice. Before I take your life, first wrestle with these mics, I'll listen to